Hello, I am the cartoonist M. Rashid. This cartoon is the one that I mentioned a few videos ago that I did back in 2017 before I formally started my Weapon of the People Decoded series. Uh, this one was basically illustrating the fallacy of usually when white people talk about when they in their pushback against my reparations and stuff, they like to say like, well, it was white people who like ended slavery and stuff like that, and they give the impression that it was from the purity of their hearts and righteousness, and we saw the wrong in it, and we got rid of it, and no one else did. You know, it's silly. This is, you know, first of all, like we talked about the other day, President Lincoln didn't want to free the slaves. When he did, it was a desperate war strategy to take the leverage away from the Confederates. That's why he did it. He had no other way, because the Union, who didn't want to be in that fight, and they actually like pretty much agreed with the Confederates anyway, that well, why not continue spreading the slavery around? Why not? We're doing great. You know, from the white supremacist viewpoint perspective, they didn't want to, you know, they disagreed with the president's hard stance against the Southern planters moving their enterprise into Central and South America. And like, well, let them, like, you know. So they wouldn't fill in the president's vision of a unified, you know, keeping the Union together. So when he did that, they were all resentful, you know, and the powers that colluded to end up killing the president and reinstating the Confederacy and all of that stuff weren't just all in the South. These were powerful, wealthy people in the North too, because that's how extremely powerful, greedy, wealthy people move in the earth. That's how they move. They think they're above the law. They think the morality and ethics now have nothing to do with them. You know, but what about our company's values? And I was like, that's just window dressing. They don't care about that stuff. What is going on in the earth now that gives you the impression that mega corporate cares about those values that they like you pass around to their employees? They do not. You're silly if you think they do. They think all they care about is gobbling up more of the markets and sharing the wealth at the executive class. And even up there, they're probably cutting each other's throats and doing each other dirty and stuff for just a little more of the share. And you know, that's just how powerful, wealthy people are. They are not the good guys. They don't give a shit about the earth, about you, about anything. The only thing they like is like going down to their vaults and like opening the door and then looking at their hoards, you know, swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck. That's all they care about. Counting it and opening up their accounts and looking at the numbers, and that's all they care about. They worship that shit. So they're trying to give the impression that from the kindness of my heart, we ended slavery because it was the right thing to do. And that's not, you know, in fact, you did everything you could to keep the slaves, the former slaves, from being fully integrated into society, economically included, so that they too could be free. You didn't want that. You wanted them to feel every bit of that former slave pressure. Left them in second class citizenship and the forced Jim Crow and terrorizing them all the time, taking their stuff all the time, burning down their towns and communities and like all the time. up till now. So there is no good in you. The rudimentary freedoms I possess today, as Tallahassee pointed out in his the first white president book, the rudimentary freedoms I possess today are because I entered the war and fought for myself and won it. That's why. It has nothing to do with you. You are a greedy psychopath. I would still be in chains if it was up to you. In fact, that's what it looks like. You're trying to inch me towards back when you were great. You're an asshole. So, peace.